Oh my goodness, friends. We're so glad you're here. I think we look extra good with sunshine on us. Like the lighting is fabulous. And we're here in Chelsey's room. Chelsey has a super sweet room.
We'll show you at the end.
Yes, it's got, but it has like a pool entry, like right outside her door. I put it in my stories just now.
It's pretty sweet.
And like 2 bathrooms, sort of, just basically a shoe room with a hot tub and then a bathroom. It's insane. She's got such a cool room. And so
We're
anyways,
not sad about it.
oh my gosh. So it's so exciting to be here. But as usual, let's start with announcements because I know so many of you are doing things. And this is the thing, we're all around the country. And so I think it's good for us to share. If you're doing something online that other people can come to, absolutely share that. And Leslie has an event coming up next week. And it's basically like the basics of Shackley. So if you have somebody that you want to share Shackley with, we're going to talk about health. I don't know if you want to add anything more to that, Leslie, but it'll be on Facebook, which is a really great way to share in a group, I believe, called Simple Steps to a Healthier Life.
Yeah, it's the same group that we did, I guess a few months ago now, and anybody's welcome to invite people to it, even if you don't want to do posts or anything. Rebecca's going to post a little bit too. So anybody's welcome to invite anybody who wants a general overview kind of thing. So
yes, I think that's great. The overviews are really great in my opinion. So, so yeah, anything else that you guys are doing that you want to share about? Share some excitement about what you're doing or a conversation you had recently?
I got a new member for the first time in a couple months the other day.
And what's the story, Karen?
Well, it's somebody that has been on the fence and she's ordered a couple little things like retail from me. And it was a money issue for her. So I needed some protein.
Her.
What?
This is her. This is that girl, that lady.
Yeah. Yeah. So I needed some protein too. She wanted a big pack, like a 28 ounce or 28 serving shake thing. So I did the life, what is it called? Family plan.
Family plan.
Yeah. And then she watched a webinar, so she got a free product. So like I placed her order for her and used my card, and then she just paid me back for the protein. So, but
awesome.
So I kind of played the system a little bit, but that's okay. It got me a start.
So from what I understand, Karen, is you had somebody who didn't quite hit the 150 mark, but what you did is, because you're local to her, you said, I need a couple things, so I'll just add to it. That is smart, because now if you get 2 more members, you're going to get a $75 bonus. So it's worth it anyway. And especially if it's a product you're going to use anyway, like that's smart thinking. And, that's great. That's totally okay. And then now educate her on all the benefits and the discounts she gets as a member, because maybe that'll help her if,
especially with that family plan.
The family plan,
right.
As a distributor, she'll get even more discounts. So that's also really good, like progress of how I really do business now is I bring people in as a customer, and then I educate them on all the awesome products. They fall in love with the products. And then I talk about even better deals as a distributor. And sometimes they even mention at the beginning, even better deals as a distributor. So the seed is planted even from the beginning. So that's smart. And that will help you earn trip points, by the way, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So good. Okay. Thank you for sharing, Karen. Anybody else want to share? Yes, Jen.
My in-laws are hosting like a charity event at their house, and there's like baskets that people can win. And so I'm putting together a basket. And it'll be like my first time like at an event talking to people about it. And so it's just like a good way to talk to them. And I'm hoping to get like an in-home event scheduled so that then I can advertise that like with the basket. So yeah, that's something
I love that.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good
smart.
for you.
Yeah, you should talk to Dawn on that, because Dawn had a lot of like
I know,
about like, what's your target market? Like, what is your basket supposed to be? So good.
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, I'm proud of you. You guys, like as I talk to the people here, so many people have teams that are close by, and we don't have that, but that's also such a benefit too, because like those of you that are growing fast, you're taking ownership of your business. You're not expecting for your upline to say, hey, I'm hosting an event at my house, come on over. Like all of my people that have grown fastest are the people that take ownership of their business and they say, I'm going to do an online event, or I'm going to do an event at my house, or I'm going to do a basket, or I'm going to talk to this person. Like when you continue to take ownership of your business, you'll just level up. And so I encourage you to just keep doing that. So
Not a weakness, totally
it's
totally
a strength. It's a huge
Totally.
strength. So, and it'll make our trip next year even sweeter because you're all together. Like that's what's so great about Chelsey and I. Like it's so great to be together in the
Yeah.
same room.
This has been 8 years in the making.
It's true. We've
It's
never
true.
been on a trip together. We've never been on a trip together. We've earned them separately, but never together. And so that's one of the things we want to talk about too, because she and I were talking about, for those of you that maybe feel like I'll never earn a trip like that. Well, and that was one thing that we said, like we were having this conversation where you said, like, when you started, did you ever think you'd earn a trip like this?
I did not picture myself here. No, it seemed totally unattainable. But then I got to a point where I asked myself, can I do it? When they opened it up to directors and above, I said, I think I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can. Like it took some growing
Mm-hmm.
and some pushing,
Mhm.
but
Mm-hmm.
it was just that moment of believing I could do it.
Yeah, that's
For sure.
that's always what it is.
Mhm.
It is what it is. And yeah, like when I started, I didn't think I would earn these trips. That was for the rock stars, and I knew it was doable for other people, but not for me. And like I did get on the new director's trip, which is awesome, but I had never been on these dream trips where they're the all-inclusives and fancy and all this stuff, because you had to be a coordinator to do that. They wouldn't let you on these trips if you weren't a coordinator. So a coordinator means you've got 2 directors on your team. And as you guys know, I'm a customer service specialist. So I had all these amazing customers, but I didn't have people that really wanted to do the business. And so it meant that I was watching Katie Odom and I was watching Harper, I was watching people for years. It wasn't, I'd been doing the business 6 years before I earned this trip.
Me too.
Yes.
It was 6 years for me too.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
6 years. So if you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm discouraged or I'll never get there, know that it took us a while.
But now it's directors and above, which is so cool.
It's much more
So
doable now. It's
Yeah.
much more doable because yeah. So, and even if you're not a director yet, that's okay. If you do star clubs and if you're sponsoring distributors, you can totally get here just by doing star clubs and sponsoring distributors. That's really all you have to do. And I'll tell you some point things at the end, but it's much more doable now, which means you guys could get here and we have a girls trip next year. Like, I think that would be so fun. And I mean, you can bring your husbands if you want to.
My husband's on the deck right now. Somewhere.
Mine's somewhere on the beach. We're just happy to be together. We do hang out with him every once in a while, but
I guess what I realized for me was, because when you focus on the trip, it's a little mentally harder, I think. But when you focus on just serving more people and sharing this business with people, like we just met some people at the pool yesterday that they don't have any kids, but they live in California, which is super expensive. But they both are like super burned out from their jobs. Like one is I think he's in real estate and she's in restaurants.
Oh, wow.
And it's just like, we need to tell people about this business so that they have the flexibility. Because they said they want to start having kids, but they're like, you could see it in their faces.
Then what are they going to do with
what
those
are they going to
kids,
do?
with
How are
their
they going to
jobs?
afford? Yeah. So I think going on a trip for me was it just builds up my confidence in what we have here. Like people don't have this and they need this. Like, especially moms, for sure.
Yeah.
Working or not working, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Moms need this.
It's a
For
gift
sure.
to work from anywhere and have that flexibility around your schedule and your life.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. And we're here, like, so this is mine and Eric's eighth trip.
Woo, high five.
Woo! we haven't been on all of them because one of them was canceled last time, but
I didn't earn that one. So
I know, so it's kind of a bummer, but we've been here and Eric and I were talking about how there are certain people that keep coming back, that you see them. And there have been trips that we haven't earned. And like I said, once we finally earned that, like it took us 6 years to get on this one, I don't expect I'm going to be able to earn this every time. And I'm okay with that because the life that we have and the income that we have and the impact that we're making is so fulfilling. I don't need a vacation from my life, right? And I hope you feel that way in certain ways with your life, that your life is so wonderful that you don't need a
from my
vacation from it.
kids sometimes.
Well, I know that, right? It's really true. Like,
Well, I think Havel and Karen told me that, like from a Charlene Fike
Yeah.
chat that she said, you know, the great thing about this business is the business itself is the blessing and everything else is gravy. So like these trips are just gravy.
They
Like,
really
it's
are.
just such a benefit.
Yeah. And it's just fun to be around
Mhm.
other people that like live life the way we do, that want to work from anywhere, that want to help people. So, and that always grows me. So just hanging out with them. And so it's interesting because there's lots of beach bodies here. And you guys know there's mixed feelings about the beach bodies,
Yeah.
but we learn so much from them. And I'm just saying, time will tell. Will they come in? Because sometimes when you are successful from the second you start, and the hardship eventually comes. And I have seen so many people be successful from the beginning and then quit their business later because they weren't successful all the time, because that's impossible. Nobody is successful all the time.
But there are people here who have been in this business for decades.
Decades.
And they're still coming on these
Right.
trips.
And they know it's some years you earn it, some years you don't. The business itself is a blessing. And so it's just sort of like, I'm going to get to know the beach bodies. I'm going to learn from them. I'm going to learn from their work ethic and some of the systems that they're doing. But it's also like, we'll see if you come back, because
I feel like it's validation for Shackley, because they're like, yeah, Beachbody had fitness, but they don't have the wellness.
Oh
the
no.
total wellness.
I mean, and that's
the
what they're all
business.
saying. And many of them are older and they're just like, I needed a business that would age with me. I couldn't be leading workouts when I was 65
I had
years
one
old.
gal tell me last night, she's like, I can't do the abs anymore. Like I need the real life.
Yeah. And then you have someone like Barb Lagoni, who
Right.
is just like older
Yeah.
and loves people and serves people well. And she's making good money in this business because she's been in it since she was a young mom. So anyway, I hope to encourage you that these trips are doable. I encourage you to strive for them, because if you don't believe that it's possible for you to get here, you won't get here. You have to believe that it's possible. So, oh yeah, well, what
And
am
I
missing?
think just being experts at customer service.
Oh yeah.
Because really the whole natural flow of it is we bring on customers, we educate them, they become raving fans, we show them how they make more money as a distributor. And now they're like, I also want more freedom. And to be able to share that. And that's like the natural process of this. Like, yeah, you could bring everyone as a distributor and you're going to earn more points and it's double for Star Club, whatever. But really, we don't just want people who are successful for a short amount of time. We want people who partner with us, like you guys, for life.
That want people to live a healthier life authentically,
Right.
not just here for the business.
On that mission.
On that mission. It's mission minded. And yeah, I will say my best distributors have been people that started out as customers and love the products. And so all the more reason too, in order to earn this trip, I was just looking at this. And so here's the thing. It's 250 points total for the whole year. For you to get
Through
on
December,
through the end of December, which I earned it at the very end of December last year.
Every year.
Often it's down to the wire and I'm like trying to figure out a way. But 250 points just to get yourself here. And I encourage you, if you want to shoot high, it's actually not a bad idea to shoot for 350 to get you and a spouse, because if you miss that, you'll still get yourself here and you get to hang out with us, and you could maybe even buy your spouse in later. They let you do that. So that's 350 to get your spouse here. And here's the thing, you can get 150 points max from Star Clubs, and you can get 150 points max from distributors. So if you max out those points in those categories alone, now
you've already earned it.
You've earned it for you and your spouse. And there's a bunch of other categories that are like kind of confusing. I encourage you to not focus on those categories. You will actually still get the numbers in those categories if you focus on Star Club, adding 3 customers a month, which is Star Club, and then adding new distributors. Because if you focus on that, all those other categories are going to take care of themselves, and you'll earn it for you and your spouse. And so, but even if you just want to get yourself on there, it's 250 points. So once again, that could be 15 Star Clubs, but it's less than 15 because you get 10
you have a
points.
distributor of each.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
Makes it easier.
It all depends, but like you get 10 points for every one distributor that you add. So think about that. So just adding 15 distributors, even if they're casual customer or customers that want to be casual distributors, I have a ton of those.
Well, like Karen said, anybody who wants more protein with the Family Life Shake plan, distributor.
It makes sense.
Every single time.
It makes sense.
They need to be a distributor.
Yeah. So that's where bring them in as a customer, get your Star Club points, but then start talking to them about saving money as a distributor. And then you manage to get points from Star Club. And then also when they upgrade distributor. So it's 10 points per Star Club, 10 points for 3 members or whatever those 3 points that people are in the 1 month, right?
Or upgrade later.
And then
Yeah.
10 points every time somebody becomes a distributor
Mhm.
with a $150 order. So, so it's very doable if you just focus on those, and you'll get to director if you do that. And you might likely find someone along the way who actually wants to build a business. And then that gets you to senior director and coordinator and all of those things. But I'll tell you, you get paid really well just by having great customers. And I was talking to somebody last night who I make more than her, and because she was telling me how much she makes, and I make more than her, and her rank is higher than mine. And I was like,
It pays.
I
to
have a
bring
lot of
in
customers. I have a lot
Yeah.
of customers. So ranks are great, but customers will pay you well. Taking care of people will pay you well. So,
Yeah.
so I encourage you to really, if you have that in your mind where you're saying, I could never do that.
Well,
I
guess
could
the
never do
question
that, is change.
What have
Change
you
my-
learned on this trip so
what
far?
I learned on this trip
Yeah.
so far. I think I'm still new in it, but I think it's really just that, like, this business works, and it works for new people showing up that just started recently. I met this other cute couple that they started a couple years ago, and they're here. It took me 6 years. They're here after 2 years. And he's from Sri Lanka. They're adorable. I just love them. But then you also have people that have been here for decades. And so, but you have to believe you can get on these trips in order to get on them, because you won't try, your brain will not try for stuff that is not possible.
Yeah.
So I encourage you to put that on a vision board, put yourself out there, and it may break your heart. It just might. My heart was broken many times when I worked for the dream trip and
But-
didn't get it.
We got curious about how people got on it. And
Yeah.
we celebrated them.
We had but we had broken hearts along the way, but it
We're
made us
still here.
stronger. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
I think what I've learned is just that, I guess, honing in on more of the people that I'm looking for. Like people who are here on vacation, they're burnt out from their jobs, but they also recognize the importance of taking time to go on vacation. So I've been having great conversations with some people at the pool that, like, they don't have any kids yet, but they live in California, which is super expensive, as Havila knows. And so it's like people like this that, like, this is such a benefit for them to be able to work from anywhere. But also, if you want to have kids or you have kids, like, it works around that, and just such validation.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing I always learn on these trips is it's validation for what I'm doing.
Yeah. And people don't always have to be exactly like you.
No,
They don't
not
all
at
have to
all.
be moms. Like, we have a team very much like us of moms. And that's a great thing. You're going to attract people that are like you. And I think that's a great thing. I always want people of integrity on my team.
Yeah. That's key.
That's
That
key.
has to be.
I don't want to do business with somebody who's not of integrity.
Right.
But I'm also okay with starting to bring in people that aren't all driven by being a mom or that are different from me, different cultures, different. I just love that. And it's really just people that want to work hard and serve people of integrity. So, and where do I find them? Maybe I'll find them by a pool. Maybe I'll find them in a hot spring
Maybe at the
in
gym.
Utah. Maybe I'll find them
Yeah.
at the gym. Right. Exactly. Like, where am I going to find those people? So think about where you're going to find your
Maybe at
people.
Whole Foods.
Maybe at Whole Foods. So do you guys have any thoughts or questions or anything that you want to say?
And then we'll give you a tour of the room.
Oh yeah, we have to give you a tour. Okay,
Don't everyone speak at once. It's
I
fine.
know. Okay. I'm gonna give you a tour.
Let's
Chelsea.
do it.
All right, so this is the living
This is
room.
the living room.
Okay, which has a look out onto the
We'll
porch.
show you that in a second. That's
We'll
the
show you
coolest
the
part.
porch. Okay.
So we have
But
a full
then-
dining room table, and I'm not sure why, because I don't know why you would want to be in the room. But okay.
Right? Because this place is awesome.
So we
Come
have,
with me to Chelsea's bedroom.
bedroom.
That's not awkward at all.
This is our bedroom.
Isn't it pretty? With also
Great.
a
We have a
walk out to the deck.
To a second
right there.
bathtub.
With a hot tub out there
Yeah.
on the deck.
We'll show you that in a second.
What?
So now we have like 2 bathrooms.
I'm stepping back into
Okay.
Chelsea's
Can
first
you see?
bathroom.
This is our first bathtub with feet that point the wrong way. Did you know that?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay. And then
And
2
then-
sinks, which
yeah.
is, I mean, come
2
on.
sinks. We have closets here.
And then here's the closets. Here's the shoes. Here's where the shoes live.
So
You
this
can't
is
tell with
my-
all the
This
mirrors.
is my area that's pretty messy.
That's
how I
okay.
am. My husband's
That's
very
okay.
organized. I'm very
And then
messy.
that's the door to the other fancy bathroom.
Yeah. So
Okay.
in here we have a shower.
Oh, yes. The shower is a feature that
We have
Chelsea
a toilet with its own little door because,
You got a door. in the
So
shower.
the shower is super cool. So it has 2
Yep, I got it.
Okay.
2
We
heads.
got 2 shower heads plus like the sprayer thing, so that's cool. We have another sink in here. So again, 3 sinks, I'm not sure why. But thank you, Shaq.
Everybody needs, who's living in a bathing suit
Right.
always. Yes, we
Right.
actually are. I'm surprised I've stayed in this
Let's go
outfit
out
as
to
long as I have today, but it's because of all the calls I've been doing. And after that, I'm gonna be by the pool.
That's right. So this
Okay.
is the coolest part, you guys. Like being able to walk out
Okay.
here.
Look at
I've
this.
never had this. So Zach and I have traveled to Jamaica before, where we paid ourselves, right? But like this is just a testament to this is what Shakti does. Like Shakti doesn't skimp on things. Like they go all out, I feel like. So this is the coolest part. We have a walkout pool with seats.
I know,
And
okay.
over there
yeah.
is the walk up or swim up bar and the pool. And then like if you go that way, it's the beach, which we don't like sand, so we went there for 2 seconds and we came back. But it's so fun.
Oh, and then like even this part of the deck
Yeah,
is all
just to
like,
sit.
just fun, sit,
Yeah.
sit. And so
Pretty
we were
cool.
out here chilling out
Yes, we
earlier,
were.
having so much fun.
Yes, we were. We want you guys here.
It will be
It's
so
so
much
much
more
more
fun,
fun with people.
with you guys here because we can never ever get all in the same room together. So, but second best thing would be conference. Come to
Yeah.
conference. We'll all be together at conference. We're gonna have so much fun. We'll be learning. And yes, I saw somebody asked a question, so I have to see what the question is.
So much fun. Are you guys sitting in? Probably.
Can you get in the pool from your room? Yeah.
Yes,
so
come
it's
here.
like it is like a.
How careful
It's like
are
a-
you with your?
I'm kind of careful with my
Okay.
computer.
Okay, I will demonstrate for you.
Oh, Chelsea's gonna
Like,
demonstrate.
I will demonstrate. I will be your Vanna White. I can walk.
So like it's like a river that goes around the whole resort. So that like takes you around the resort. Maybe you and I should take a swim trip next. I'm so ready to be in my swimsuit. And it goes, it's so fun. It goes all around the resort. And then there's
Yeah.
a main pool over there with
Right.
the kids play area.
Right.
So I brought my boys here on when this very same resort in 2017, and they still will tell you of all the trips we've taken, this was their very favorite. And I honestly think it was because they got to eat as much food as they ever wanted. And my boys are all about food.
I don't know. When we went on the cruise though, I remember Cindy Williams' kids
Oh.
loved the all you can eat ice cream. They were like,
I
it's
know,
literally
those
all you can
kids.
eat. And they had like 9 cones in one day or something.
Yeah.
I think.
And
Yeah.
let me just tell you, like, it was really fun to be hero mom that earned the trip
Yeah.
for my boys. That brought me a lot of pride, even though I also was like, but we as a family go to national parks. We don't always go to all inclusives.
I think it's really
But
cool too,
it's
just
what
to
they
learn
love.
from other people, like you said, but also
Yeah.
to meet home office. And like,
Yeah.
I feel like we're like the hero of home office because we're like out in the trenches doing things.
Yeah, the home office knows who we are. They know who
kinda
our
cool.
team is. They're here to help us and they want to see us succeed.
Yeah,
So they really are here to help us, which is just so
Yeah.
cool.
we're
So
on the same mission.
we all want you here.
We do.
Please believe
come.
that you can and put it as a goal out there and just do it. I encourage you to even go for the quarterly incentive. It's so possible.
Yeah.
Because then I'll give you free free VIP stuff at
That's true.
conference and a room and money.
But we're
So
excited
great.
about conference.
We're so excited about conference.
Is everybody here going to be on conference?
I think everybody, Leslie she has to start school
Maybe
at that
not
time.
Chrissy, okay,
Not Christy, but
next year.
next year.
It's going to be so
I'll
much
be
fun.
there. And
I
Karen
know.
and
Papa
Jen.
Cameron.
Yes.
Awesome.
Be
That's
sharing
so
all the
exciting.
pictures with my husband, reminding him if he helps me, he totally can.
Yes.
And like I said, it's just so much more doable than it was when I first started. So
And Karen, we need your husband here because he's goofy like my husband.
yeah, I think our husbands want more husbands here.
They do. They don't want to talk about Shakti. They just want to.
They do. We're like, we have to stop talking business, but we get so excited.
We do.
Okay, friends,
Awesome.
it was great to see you. And book club tomorrow night, Karen's hosting. Thanks, Karen, for doing
Woo!
that. And I'm still reading my book while I'm here, so I'm all caught up with you guys.
I did not bring mine.
That's
I have it
okay,
on
you can
audio.
borrow mine.
It's on audio. It's fine.
Okay. All right, bye, friends. We
Love you
love you
guys.
all. Bye.